Hello and welcome to Pairing Recipes with Brad, where I make my family favorite comfort foods and replicate some of the classic wine and food pairings from around the world. My name is Brad Beard. I am the owner and winemaker for Mercury Wine, and today I'm going to be doing a couple of our family classics with my brother Grady. He's also the guy that runs and manages the tasting room, so if you've been in, you absolutely know him, or if you've called in as well, because these recipes are the ones he always brings over for our Easters, our Christmases, and most of our family gatherings throughout the year, at least 4 or 5 times. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making my grandmother Edith's icebox rolls. The reason why I really wanted to get this video out was because I'm usually the one hosting, and so I've got to prepare all these foods. Grady does this for me in head in advance, but it's nice. But if I had to make them for myself, I can make them the night before, put them back in the icebox, and then it's only get them out of the icebox about an hour before, let them re-rise, and toss them in. 5 minutes later, they're ready to go. So this is a great recipe. Our second recipe we're going to be doing today is our deviled eggs. That'll be in a few minutes later, but we're going to go ahead and get this going. And here's my brother Grady.
Hello everybody. Thanks, Brad. So the nice part about this recipe is it's so easy. There's very few ingredients. There's not a lot of kneading of the dough. Even if you're a neophyte baker, which I am, it's so easy to make. So the first thing you want to do is get the yeast going. So we have 2 packets of yeast. You can use Fleshman's. I like Red Star. Any yeast you have on hand is fine. So you've got two packets in 2 cups of water. Then you've got 5 cups of flour. You've got the secret ingredient, 3/4 of a cup of potato buds. Any dried mashed potato, it's going to add that extra starch, and it's going to make them really soft and fluffy. We've got a 1/4 cup of sugar, and we've got a pinch of salt, and you need about 4 tablespoons of butter. And then you'll also need a little bit of butter for basting the tops of the rolls when you get them into the pan here. So we've got our yeast going here. So at that point, you're going to want to start folding in a little bit of your flour. And you don't have to put it all in at once. I like to put a little bit in at a time so that you're going to eliminate a lot of those lumps. You can put a little bit of your potato buds in there. You can go ahead and put most of the sugar, and then just a little pinch of salt. It needs a little bit of salt to go. And then about 4 tablespoons of butter. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll reserve the rest for topping the delicious stuff. So now start just swirling it around here nice and easy. One thing I forgot was my eggs. 2 delicious eggs. Alright, so you work those eggs nice in there, and now get the rest of that flour going. And then more of the potatoes. And you're going to notice this is going to start to turn into a nice sticky dough. So just keep working the flour into the liquid. The liquid's going to get nicely absorbed. There we go. And you can see now how it's starting to turn into a really nice fluffy dough. And just keep working it until all the flour is nicely absorbed. And then you're going to have a nice sticky mass. If you're already preheating the oven to 400, like you'll see in the instructions at the bottom of the video, you'll just set this on the stove and let it rise up. I like to put a little bit of butter on top while it's rising. Just give it a nice little brush all over. Cover it with a little plastic, and in about 20 minutes, it'll be all risen and ready for the next step. Okay, we are back. I set my bowl in a nice warm place. We put it on top of the oven because the oven is warming up. You're preheating to 400 degrees, and that's going to allow the yeast to start rising. So I covered it, and now we've got all this wonderful dough has now risen to the top. And so now you take a nice floured countertop or wherever you've got, doesn't matter. And now we're going to roll this dough out just a little bit. See how nice and sticky that is? Oh man, that's fantastic stuff right there. So now you're going to want to get your nice floured hands There we go. Get a little flour on your hands. And now you're just going to do a little roll in the flour. You're just going to roll it. You don't have to knead it crazy like you're working in a bakery. You just want to get it fluffed up just a little bit. You see how the flour, it's going to be a little easier to work with at this point. Yeah, there we go. That's getting really nice. A little more flour for my hands. All right. So now, when it's looking just about like that, just a couple of flip overs, we're now going to flip over.
Oops.
And now we're going to start making the little dough balls. And this is the secret to big fluffy rolls. So you take a little dollop, just about like that, in your hand, roll it up into a nice ball.
Hey Grady, can I see your dollop?
There's a nice dollop.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Looks like 1.5 inches across inch.
About that, yep.
Thanks.
And now you're going to start to knead it. Now you're going to pinch it till it's flat. And now you're going to grab those ends.
Oh wait, let's do that again.
Pinch it down, and then pinch the edges together. So now you've got a nice...
Oh my God, run away.
But what you're doing is you're adding a little air inside when you're pinching it tight on the bottom. So now you put one. Make another. Need a little more flour in your hands to keep from sticking to your hands. And then flip that dough ball over. Flatten it and flip. Now you've pinched the bottoms. So now you've got 1, 2, and I like to put 3 in there.
Wow, Grady. Most places are traditionally 2. Why do we use 3?
3 makes it more like a clover, and when it breaks apart, you have a place to put all the delicious butter. And I like to make at least 1 of your little dough balls. I like to do 4. So you have a little 4-leaf clover, and someone gets the special 4-leaf clover, and they get an extra glass of champagne or something fun like that.
Watching the roll master at work here, putting these little guys together. Hey guys, just a quick pro tip. You really want to do this first. You want to go ahead and grab a little butter, do the inside. That makes it easier to release. And then we've got that reserved butter, and once he's all done, we're going to go ahead and swipe him on top just like that. So you can give him a little bit of butter on top that, you know, helps with the browning, makes him nice and shiny, all of that kind of fun thing. Okay, the rolls are out of the oven. They're looking absolutely fantastic right now. They're smelling great, nice yeasty, bready notes. So we're gonna crack a couple of these guys open, butter them up, see what they taste like with the wine. I also got a little plate of ham here because obviously for... What did you just do?
I just opened it right into the butter.
It's probably all right. Anyway, so we'll probably be having these with ham as well. Like I said, these aren't gonna be the star pairings, but we'll see what it tastes like.
They're nice and warm.
I'll take one of these. I'm just going to dip it in there and see what's going on. Oh man, they smell so good.
They're
all right, Grady's got the
outside.
Yeah, Grady's got the Sauvignon Blanc. I've got the Rosé.
Oh, they're so good.
Nice potatoes. Looking good.
That's not for doctors. Maybe a little ham to go with it.
This is fine. A little bit of butter. Nice bready flavors. Goes great with the Rosé. So this is what's going to be happening. Whether you're having Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, or my Mourvedre, the Element, these are the things that you're just going to kind of pair along with. So I'm going to take a bite of ham. I'm going to take a bite of roll. All these things are going to kind of come together. Let's see how the ham goes with the Rosé. I'm thinking, actually, I want to have the Mourvedre.
Definitely. Oh, you'll never go back to store-bought rolls. These are so easy.
Come here, Fred.
They taste divine. And they're a great second day when you make those little ham sandwiches.
That's what I was thinking. Get these things buttered up, throw a little bit of mayonnaise on there as well, throw a little ham. I think Freddie's looking for the ham.
Always looking for the ham.
There you go.
Oh, man.
All right, now I've got the Mourvedre going. richer, more blueberries, cherries, spice. Here's where, yeah, this is what I'll be having. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little more of this in there.
A little more butter on there. You can never have too much butter.
That looks good. Just this beautiful roll.
They're so rich.
I'm talking. I'm having fun with my family.
Oh.
Oh, someone's sad.
Someone's sad they didn't get enough rolls. Poor fawn.
That's really good. Try it with a little bit of ham. Oh, that's fantastic. Mavedra. All right, guys. For Easter, we're going to be having champagne.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. My California sparkling wine. We'll
Sorry.
be having the Mavedra. We'll be having the Rosé. We'll be having the Sauvignon Blanc. We're going to be putting it all together and having just a great time while we're Skyping our friends back and forth. But the Mavedra, great with the ham, great with the roll. Absolutely fantastic. All right, cheers, Grady. Thank you for coming
Brad.
in. And
Thanks for letting me have fun with you.
No, this is what we usually have for all of our family gatherings, so it's nice to share it with you as well. And these didn't take that much time. It's so much better than a store-bought roll.
Oh, yeah.
But for your first couple times, if you're not going to make it in advance, you know, have a store-bought roll just in case it doesn't work out. Anyway, thank you guys very much. Visit me at mercurywine.com. You can find out all the great wines that I've been making. Don't forget that every Friday we do happy hour at Brad starting at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you soon. Cheers. Cheers.
That was yummy.